Ibrahim Traoré is setting a standard, he's setting an example, and he's setting a pace that puts the rest of Africa to shame.
While many leaders spend time in endless meetings, press conferences, and photo ops, Ibrahim Traoré focuses on one thing: results, concrete results, progress you can see. Roads, schools, factories, development happening in real time. This is why we say he's quietly reshaping leadership in Africa. Not with speeches, not with promises, not with flashy appearances, but with action. Leadership isn't about who can talk the most. Leadership is about who gets things done. And Ibrahim Traoré is proving it day by day. But it doesn't end there. See how he's quietly reshaping leadership and why everyone is talking about him.
Ibrahim Traoré is setting a standard, he's setting an example, and he's setting a pace that puts the rest of Africa to shame. I mean, I told UCT students the other day, you have me here talking about decolonization and decoloniality and all of that. You go from one conference to the other. But are we doing anything about it? I don't see Traoré calling conferences. I just see him making decisions and say, what decoloniality is this: I'm taking our control of our minerals, I'm taking control of this, taking control of that, I'm switching our allegiances because I find more possibilities here than I do there. I'm walking away from France, I'm breaking the ties and the chokehold of coloniality through France in my country.
While other leaders still negotiate, Traoré drew the line: France is no longer welcome in Burkina Faso. And this wasn't just politics. It's a statement about sovereignty, pride, and independence. To understand why this matters, we need to look back to when France controlled Burkina Faso's gold. Back then, the wealth of the nation didn't belong to its people. It was taken, exported, and exploited. Communities work hard, yet the gold enriched others, leaving Burkina Faso behind. Every decision, every resource was influenced by foreign powers, not by Burkinabe leaders. Fast forward to today, and Traoré is changing that. He's putting the country back in control of its destiny. No conferences, no endless negotiations, just decisive action for the nation and its people. By challenging foreign influence, he's showing that leadership means courage, not comfort. And this is only the beginning. Burkina Faso's story is being rewritten under his leadership. Now listen carefully to this powerful speech by Ibrahim Traoré.
We ask them questions about why you don't do as we do, why you don't support us. Some tell us they are entangled, some tell us they cannot. Dear elders, African heads of state, from this platform I would like to say that African people are the most peaceful people. When you recognize the wrong, you must tell the people. Let us not be afraid tomorrow to go out and tell the people. We apologize. We have been compromised. We have ill-gotten gains. We have been constrained by many things, and we ask for forgiveness and return to the right path. And to start truly working for the independence of our states and our emancipation. And I believe it is possible. If we remain in this posture of fear, we will be cowards, and history will judge us. Our children will ask questions, our grandchildren will ask questions. We are writing history, there is no room for cowardice. If our ancestors had been cowards, we would not be here. And if we are cowards, our children will ask us questions. Imagine if in Burkina we refuse to fight, and we accept to submit to live in slavery. Tomorrow our children will grow up. They will ask questions. Were our parents cowards to leave us in slavery? Whether we are alive or dead, we will feel it.
Wow, a very powerful speech from Captain Ibrahim Traoré. It is a shame that some African leaders still act like puppets, following outside powers instead of serving their own people. Africa must wake up and stand strong. Foreign powers should not control African nations. True leadership is protecting your country, not pleasing foreign nations. Traoré said Africa must cut dependence on outsiders, build strength inside Africa, use African resources for African development, support African security without outside control. Listen carefully to what this young man is about to reveal.
But the same playbook they used for Thomas Sankara is the same playbook that they are trying to use for Ibrahim Traoré. And we cannot let that happen, bro. The action and image that Ibrahim Traoré represents is not only a threat to Westerners, but it's a threat to all the leaders in Africa that have been sitting and collecting dust and doing nothing for us, just squandering our wealth. We are not our parents' generations, bro. It's up. We're tired of being disrespected. Everywhere you go, Africans are getting disrespected. How much longer are Africans supposed to be living in poverty? Being self-sufficient, being independent, being defiant is what the threat is, because they know what it represents. I am a proud African as it is, but seeing Ibrahim Traoré makes me so much more proud, bro. That's what African leaders are supposed to represent and stand for. Not supposed to be docile, kissing people. Like, what do you carry yourself with some dignity and some pride? We're never supposed to be going around begging for nothing. We don't lack for nothing. Let's get ourselves together, couple our resources, educate ourselves, and get Africa developed the way that it needs to be developed. I know for me, all investments are going to Africa. So this is my call to all Africans.
African youths are coming out, not because of anything else, but because they are seeing the work of Ibrahim Traoré. And this is why many believe he is setting a new standard for African leadership. Since coming to power, Traoré has been showing his vision through actions, not only words. He said Burkina Faso must rise by all means. He focused on protecting the country from insecurity and terror attacks. He strengthened the army and gave soldiers better equipment. He bought modern machines to build roads and improve infrastructure. Since he came to power, many young people feel hope again. They see a leader who is ready to fight for his country. He always speaks about sacrifice for future generations. He asks, what will our children say about us tomorrow? Ibrahim Traoré is writing history, not for himself, but for the future. But with all these changes, Traoré now faces pressure from inside and outside Africa. International powers are watching closely, waiting to see how his policies will survive global pressure. But Traoré continues pushing his vision of independence and self-reliance. Western nations have been closely watching Traoré's leadership moves since he came to power. Others see it as a new form of African self-determination. But now outside powers are starting to pay attention again after seeing how Traoré is reshaping Burkina Faso. Traoré's leadership has shifted how Burkina Faso interacts with foreign powers. But Burkina Faso is not standing alone. Together with Mali and Niger, a new regional alliance is taking shape. What started in Burkina Faso is now spreading. Mali and Niger have joined the shift. The Alliance of Sahel States is changing the political map of West Africa. And when a region begins to unify like this, global powers take notice. The Sahel is no longer fragmented. It is negotiating as a bloc. Now let's come back to how Traoré is reshaping Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traoré is not just leading Burkina Faso. He is attempting to reshape how the country thinks about its future. Since coming to power, his leadership has focused on one major idea: reducing dependency and increasing self-reliance. One of the biggest shifts has been the push toward local economic control, supporting domestic production, encouraging local industries. But like all bold leadership, it also comes with challenges: economic pressure, security risks, and global political attention. And one thing is clear: Traoré is changing the future of African leadership, because leadership is no longer just about speeches, it's about action and innovative strategies. And Ibrahim Traoré is proving it by showing what real leadership looks like. And through his actions, he is showing that leadership is about results, not words. And this is why many believe a new era of African leadership is beginning. And the world is now watching this new chapter of African leadership under Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Burkina Faso is rising and the world is watching.